Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? I want to thank you for coming to check out the Speedy Launch System Starter Kit. I'm going to briefly go through it with you because I want to make sure that you understand exactly how to use this. Okay, so you can either print this out or there are a lot of clickable links in this, so you can literally just click on things. There's buttons that'll kind of tell you click here and it will take you to a variety of things that you may need. So this starter kit is for coaches, consultants, service-based entrepreneurs who want to launch something. You want to launch a program or a course or a book, or you have an event, or you have a product, whatever it is, you need help getting that launched. Doing it on your own so far, how's that working? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you guys a little secret. I'm not a fluffy kind of person. I like to just give it to you straight. I know this to be true because I know this would be true for myself. This would be true for myself. Okay. If you knew that your service or product was going to generate $1 million, how quickly would you get that launched? Be honest. You know that it would be done tomorrow. Let's just be honest, okay? So knowing that, you could be sitting on $1 million. Now, how quickly do you want to get this launched? Okay. All right. Now that we have that answer, I feel like now you might get a little bit more excited, okay? So I made this starter kit because I know how frustrating technology can be. I know that there is so much to do. I'm going to give you my checklist of everything that needs to get done. I know that you're probably wearing all the hats in your business, and I know that you really just want to focus on your zone of genius and kind of want to stand out and stop doing what everybody else is doing, but you're not really sure how to do that. So see this who, what, when, where, why, how? Like, this is part of my process. You could do the same for yourself. Just a little hint there. Okay. So I have 3 primary ways that people work with us. One, you either have no time and you just need someone to do it all for you. Number 2, you want to get it done quickly and you kind of want to just have a hybrid of someone do it for me and done for you. Great. You may already have a whole bunch of things already done. You may have a really great website and you just need someone to help polish things and whatever. Great. Okay. The other option is that you have 0 money and you are starting from scratch and you are not even sure what the heck you're doing. Technology is probably very frustrating. You are probably don't have a lot of experience with all of the back end work. And so you are going to be what I would call a slow and steady learner. And the Evolutionary Entrepreneurs Program is probably going to be the best option for you because it's a slow and steady, step-by-step tutorial-based option. Okay. All right. So now that you know that these are the different ways that we can help people. And when is when you decide to get out of your own damn way. There, I said it. You are both the problem and the solution. It's the truth. It's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. But the reason why you haven't launched yet is because you are in your own damn way. You're waiting for it to be perfect. You think that you have to know all the things. There's so many things. Okay. We're just going to take a breath. So let's take a breath. And then now we're going to move on to what I like to call clarity. Because in order for you to launch anything, we must have these answers. Number 1 is who. Who needs what you have to offer? What you know. So you have to know something, a pain. You've learned something. You know how to do something that solves that problem, that solves that pain. Okay. How are you going to deliver that solution? So you'll see here in between the who and the what is the pain. So who has the need and what do you know that can solve that? The who and the how is who needs what you have and how will you deliver it depends on who it is. So the preferences are delivery methods. So I'm going to ask you this question. If you are trying to reach 8-figure entrepreneurs, are they more or less likely to do a 5-day challenge? Less. They are show me the money, give me the results, right? They're not interested in doing challenges. They're not interested in anything. I got time for that. So someone who is a beginning entrepreneur may have more time than money. So time is a value, like they have more time. So you have to really think about who your target audience is. Who are you trying to attract? Who has the problem that you're trying to solve? And how do they like to consume information? Do they watch videos? Or do they need one-on-one 15-minute calls, right? Okay. So the what and the how, the what you know and how you will deliver it, how will you deliver the content of what you know is all about perspective. Perspective is all about, like, are you going to do one-to-one, one-to-many, one-to-group, one-to-masses? How are you going to deliver what you know? Okay. So once you have kind of identified these core questions, now you can really start to figure out, okay, we move on to the next step, which is our position. Okay. Our position is all about branding. So branding essentially is what people say about you when you are not in the room. It's what people say about you. Can you control that narrative? Yes. How long does that take? A while. It takes a while to build up a brand. It takes a while to build up credibility and authority. So we have to position you in a way. It's all about positioning, all about positioning. So for example, I have a client who wants to create she has an invention. Okay. She has an invention and she was all over the place. And I was like, girl, we got to bring you in. She was all over the place. And I said to her, she's like, but I want to be able to make my invention available for people in fitness. I want it to be in the beauty industry. I want it to be in this and I want it to be in that. And I said, first of all, you're not in the beauty industry. So you marketing your invention to the beauty industry makes zero sense. I said, first, you're already in the wellness and fitness and health industry. So it makes more sense to launch your invention to people that you've already been building this credibility within that community. And I'm like, once you've established that credibility and that brand, then you can start to branch out and show people that your invention can be multi-level and multi-streamed, and it can apply to this industry and that industry. I said, but first you have to build the credibility within the industry that you already have your foot in the door. She was like, oh, okay. So it takes time, but it's all about positioning. So just because you can reach all women or all men or all parents or whatever, it really is about get a little bit more specific and thinking about where have you already built credibility and the value that you give to your audience. Value added is you're helping them solve their problem and you're not collecting a dime. Okay. Right now, I am giving you value and I'm not collecting a dime from you. Okay. So another part of your positioning is your bio, which is your experience, your story, how people are going to connect with you. They need to be able to feel like they know you. okay? And your audience. How are you positioning yourself to your audience? How do you identify yourself? Are you a coach, a teacher, a mentor, a consultant? There's like 6 different categories that you could identify yourself as, okay? So it's important to really figure out who your audience is. And I recently figured out, like, I really started to hone in on who my audience is. My audience is now people who have taken multiple courses. They've paid thousands of dollars in and invested in programs in order to get business growth. They've learned so much information, but they haven't implemented hardly anything because they're stuck on the how. How do I implement this idea? That's where I come in. Yay. So positioning myself. So now that means I am out seeking connection with people who have already invested thousands of dollars in people and are feeling a little less than satisfied. Okay. Which means I have a tough audience. I do. I have a tough audience, and that's okay. So we're going to move on to now our product. So every product. So when I talk about product, I'm talking about the thing that you're selling, whether it's a service, whether it's a tangible product, it doesn't really matter. When I say product, that's what I'm referring to. Anything that you sell has to provide some sort of transformation. It's solving some sort of problem. Okay. So if I'm going to sell something, if I'm going to sell this pen, okay, I need to be able to talk about the transformation that this pen provides. Why do I love this pen so much? Because it writes so smooth. Do I break the things off? Abso-freaking-lutely. Every one of my pens has that little thing broken off. I would love a pen that doesn't allow that to happen, but I have yet to find that. It's my nervous habit. So finding the transformation that your product provides is key. So that's really taking them from here to here. What is the pathway? What's the steps that is going to be required for that transformation to happen? You need to know what that is. 100%. Okay. The offer. So that is where you're going to get really specific on what you're selling, how much it is, how long does it take for your clients to get transformation, for them to get results. Okay. Validating your product, meaning testimonials, that you have a proven product, a proven system, a proven course, a proven program, whatever that is, someone has gotten results. And what do we do if we have never launched we have never launched our product to the public before? What do? We do a beta. Okay, where we ask people to test it out for us before we launch it to the masses. Okay, messaging is all about how are you going to communicate this offer. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Where people get tripped up in the messaging is they make it all about you instead of making it about them. So what I mean by that is when you are talking to your audience, you need to be focused on them, not on you. They don't care. I'm not saying that they don't care about you, but they really only truly care about the results that you're going to give and the transformation that you're going to provide. That's what they care about. So that's what you need to talk about. And when we work together, guess what I have? I have a script. I have a script that will basically give you step by step every question that we need to ask and answer in order to help you create the messaging and the copy to go along with your product that talks about the transformation, that talks about the offer, that validates it. all of that encompassed comes into play in your messaging, okay? The next part of our Speedy launch system are systems, okay? So technology. Now, if you say that you're allergic to technology, then you definitely need to call me. I'm not even joking, okay? So there are things that we can automate in our business. The one thing, though, that I'm going to tell you that you do not automate is relationships. You never, never, never automate building relationships or building an audience or anything like that. Please don't do that. Okay. That is not what technology was meant for. And I see people doing it all the time, and I am sick of it. Do not send salesy DMs. Please don't do that. That is not what DMs are for. It's to build relationships and to connect with people. It is not about here, buy my stuff. Don't do it. Okay. That's me slapping your hand. Okay. So we need to know what technology we are going to use to help you launch your offer. So systems, are you going to have an event? There are like multiple types of conversion events. I'm going to share with you in the bonuses that I have here. There are 10 types of conversion events that you could do in order to bring more people into your experience. Okay. Security. So passwords, how are you going to protect the information of your clients? We need to discuss that. You see companies getting hacked and ransomed and things like that. We don't want that to happen to you. Okay. The next part is accountability. And when it comes to systems, accountability is who's gonna do what? Who is responsible for doing what? So every piece of technology and every piece of the system all has to be, someone needs to know exactly how it works, and they need to have all in ownership of that thing. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If you are not an expert in doing Facebook ads, do not waste your money on trying to do it yourself because you think you're going to save some money. I'm going to tell you right now, all you're going to do is waste money. You will get 0 results if you try to do it yourself. So I'm just going to give you that tip right now. I'm giving you a tip right now. Okay. So our next part of the Speedy launch system is sales. Now, do you notice where's sales? It's not at the beginning. Sales comes after all of these other elements have been put into place. Okay. So we have a funnel, and a funnel is basically, okay, let me be really clear here. There is absolutely ways to sell certain products through a website. I'm going to tell you right now that if you are doing any sort of coaching or courses or anything like that, the likelihood of someone spending thousands of dollars without speaking to someone personally is very rare. A lot of people like to set up all the funnels and they just want to be able to set it and forget it. And they forget that they're running a business. And what they forget is the human element. People want to connect with you. They want to talk to you. They want to see you. That's who they want to see. That's who they want to do business with, because you are essentially selling yourself. I'm just telling you right now. So I'm going to tell you a story. This kind of has to do with systems and sales. Okay. So it's almost 2 years, October 2019, I retired from photography after 10 years. I thought I saw another photographer, put this practice into her business, and she was talking about how many results she had. And I was like, oh, I need to do that too. And if I can just automate this part of my business, then I'll free up my time and I won't have to talk to people. And all they have to do is show up to my studio and have their pictures taken. Guess what happened? I got 0 bookings. Do you know why? I took out the human element. People wanted to talk to me. They were about to come to my studio and remove articles of clothing and be photographed. That's not something that you just want to show up to a stranger and say, okay, here I am. I'm so comfortable. No. I took out the human element and it impacted my business. And I immediately, once I started realizing, I was like, something is wrong. Oh, because I was trying to automate the entire process, which I could do, but I took out the human element. So my message to you is there an element of your business that the human element, that if you removed it, would impact your business? Okay. So when you think about funnel, I really want you to think about workflow. So it's like the customer experience. So from start to finish, what does that funnel look like? What does that customer journey look like? What does that workflow look like from start to finish? Okay. And I want you to make sure that you don't remove the elements of humanity that make your business amazing. Okay. All right. We're going to move on now to traffic. So traffic is leads, prospects, attracting people to your business. So you can get traffic organically. You can get traffic with paid ads. You can get traffic by going viral. There's a lot of different ways that you can get traffic to your business. Okay. But you need to know, where are you choosing to spend your energy? What element of that are you choosing to spend your energy? So emails, social media, networking. There are so many ways that you can attract leads and prospects into your business. Okay. Copy. So this kind of goes back with messaging. Having sales copy professionally written, I cannot tell you how critical that is. Having poorly written copy that is all about you and not about them is going to harm your business. Okay? Don't worry, we can help you with that. Incentives. Is there a sale? Is there an incentive? Is there an affiliate? What can you do to incentivize or provide bonuses or free gifts or something like that? I'm not saying you have to, but is there something that you want to offer as an incentive to be the first 100 that purchases your product or your system or your course or your program, etc.? Right? So there's all kinds of things that you can do. Early birds, what is the other? There's so many different things you can do. So that's something we can talk about. So now that we've talked about that, we're going to move into the checklist. Now, this I would totally recommend printing out. You don't have to print out all the other pages, but if you print out one, I would say print out this one. Okay. So this is a checklist to launch. Now, I want to make sure that you understand, do you have to do all of these things? Not necessarily. There are 30 items on this checklist. I like checklists because it helps me feel organized and that I know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. So do you have to have a VIP group? No. Do you have to run ads? No. Do you have to do a beta test? No. No. Do you have to do market research? Yes. Do you have to shift your mindset? 100% yes. And I'm going to tell you why. I like to tell stories, so I hope you're okay with that. So when COVID first started, I had a client. She says, I want to start a new business. Great. I did market research. I built her a beautiful website. We figured it all out. And she was not really doing the work. I was doing all the work. She really wasn't doing her end of the deal. And I was like, what is going on? I got it all done. And it was time for her to now tell the world that she is doing this new business. And guess what happened? She decided to go get a job instead. And that's okay. But what it taught me was that she was not yet in the mindset where she needed to be. She sabotaged herself. She sabotaged her business because of fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of success. And honestly, all of that is fear of change. That's what it is, all of it. Okay. So you're going to need to create an offer. You need to name your offer. You're going to need to figure out your platforms. Where are you going to, how are people going to purchase from you? Platform. Okay. Are you going to create a lead magnet? This is a lead magnet. It's a starter kit. Okay. Setting up a CMS. A CMS is customer management system. So this is where you house all of your customers and their information, what they purchased, etc. Marketing copy needs to be written. Automations, email sequences and automations. Absolutely, you can automate that. So if someone signs up for your lead magnet, you can automate email sequences. See how that works? Okay. But you do not automate relationships in the DMs. Don't do that. Videos. Do you need videos? I'm recording a video right now. Okay. The customer journey, you need to have that mapped out. You need to have a launch date. You need to decide if you're going to have a conversion event and which one and when that's going to be and all of the things that go with that. That's a whole nother ball game. But don't worry, I've done multiple of them. I got you. Okay. Branding. What do you want people to think about you? What do you want people to say about you? Follow-up strategy. The fortune is in the follow-up. A marketing strategy. How are you going to promote this offer? And I do not mean post on Facebook. Marketing is more than Facebook. Please understand that. Marketing is SEO. Marketing is video. Marketing is networking. Marketing is email. Marketing is so much more. Okay. Social content. Are you going to use social media to promote your offer? Setting up a CRM. That's where all of your email situation is happening there. Okay. A landing page. Are you going to have a landing page, a sales page, something like that? Where are they going to go? Online to purchase your product. Do you want to be on podcasts? If you do, you might need a one sheet. What does your client onboarding process look like? So when they purchase, what's the process? Do you need graphics? Do you have your pricing situated? Do you need contracts? Do you need payment plans? Those are all things that you need to have figured out prior to launching. Now, does it have to be perfect? No. Do you have to have all things in order to get it started? No. Done is better than perfect. It does not have to be perfect in order for it to get launched. Okay. All right. So I do want to tell you, I have a couple of things here. I'm about to start getting into some bonuses, but I wanted to tell you about the Speedy Launch Accelerator. So if you are like, I want to get launched right now because my idea is $1 million idea and I know that I am tired of sitting here and not taking action. Nothing is getting done. I'm not making an impact. I'm not making an income, and I just want to get this done. Great. Perfect. I can help you get launched in as little as 14 days. Okay. You have to work with me and you have to do exactly what I tell you. It can be a combination of DIY and done for you. Probably not so much with the dream team. It might depend on what specifically we need and their availability. Typically, when I work with the dream team, I give them at least 30 days because they have other clients besides me. Okay. So I like to make sure that we have plenty of time. You're going to get 2 half-day strategy calls where we are going to go through specifically all of the Speedy Launch system in more detail. I have a lot more questions. I have we're going to figure out all the things because I need to help you get the clarity that you need in order for me to help you create all of the back end stuff. If we don't have all these answers, then I'm looking at a blank web page and I have no idea what I'm supposed to write there. Okay. So if you're tired of taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and you're tired of worrying about perfectionism and you're tired of procrastinating and you're like, let's just freaking get this done already, then let's do it, right? Let's get on a call and let me figure out how I can help you. Okay. So click that button there, get on my calendar, and let's talk. I also want to tell you that I have some free opportunities here. So I have a vault. I call it the vault, and it is all of my free content that I've ever done. I have so much content, you guys, that I'm still loading stuff in there. So you'll get instant access to the vault. And then I also offer free monthly workshops every month, the second Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. There's a button there you can register. And if you can't catch it live, I put the replays in the vault. Okay. Okay. So calendars and content. So I mentioned the 10 types of conversion events. If you click this button, you'll go to see my blog that's going to give you all the types of conversion events. This is how, when I talked about content, there is a way that you can not be so consumed with social media content. And this is exactly how I do it. Okay. And there is a bonus companion video right here. If you click this, this is basically like the funnel of how I repurpose content. So I need written content, a video content, and an audio content. That's all I need. Okay. And then I can distribute it to the multiple places. But if you click on this companion video, it's just a couple minutes. It's not very long, but it'll show you exactly what I do. Okay. All right. And then if you want an Instagram grid, I'm going to tell you there's a trick. When I learned this trick, you guys, I was like, how did I not know this? So for the last couple of years, I figured out that there was an Instagram grid, and now it's completely changed everything. So you'll notice here, down here in the bottom right corner is a 1 and a 9. So a grid is typically 1 through 9. What I do is I take 1 through 6. That's my 6 days of content. So one piece of content per day. Okay. So you'll notice here that this top row is the same as this one. So it will line up. Okay. All right. So this is just an example, but what you kind of notice here is there's like a checkerboard effect going on. And so this is what I have done in order to figure out, what am I going to post about? So I will tell you, photos of you are going to get much more engagement than just plain graphics. Video, you could do IGTV or Reels, and you can have it post to your feed. So there you go. I love quotes personally. They're my favorite. And then a call to action. CTA is a call to action. You notice here that I do not have a call to action every single day because I want to be able to give value. Okay. So I would love to connect with you. I would love to help you in any way possible. I am very giving. I allow people to take advantage of me because I have a hard time saying no. So take advantage of me. I'm giving you permission to do so. I am here to help. Okay. So feel free, click on this button or send me an email, get on my calendar, and let me see how I can help you get your product launched. It has been long enough. All right. So I hope that this was helpful. This is basically my Speedy launch system. And, but I have more. Like, that's the beauty of it, is this is just the tip of the iceberg. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And we'll see you around, hopefully.